Okay, just a little video on how the disk swapper works. Once it's installed in the machine, I've just moved my switch to the side here. So in this orientation with the switch down, it enables the internal drive. And when you turn the machine on, I've got a copy of Workbench in there. Turn the machine on. And you can clearly hear it booting from the internal floppy. And I've used two different configurations of Workbench here so you can see the definite difference between the two, between the floppy disk and the one that we're going to load off the Gotek. And there you go. So you can see Workbench is all loaded off the floppy disk. Okay, now we'll move the switch. We'll switch over to the external drive. Never do this while the machine's turned on. Always turn the machine off. Flick the switch. Take your USB stick with the files on it, stick it in there, turn it back on. It will now load from the external drive. You can see I've got Workbench set up on there. You can clearly tell it's not loading from the floppy disk. There is no noise. Unfortunately, the Gotek isn't any faster than the floppy. Just about loaded here. There you go. So now, one of the nice things about the external Gotek and running with this as a boot drive now, we can select different discs that I've got on here. So let's go with Lemmings. Oh, sorry. Once I've picked Lemmings there, do your reset. And your Lemmings will load from your Gotek or external drive if you had a floppy drive. Now I'll just let it load until you see the introduction screen. As well, if you take a look at my other eBay sales, I've got these exact Goteks on for sale in my eBay as well. Okay, so introduction, let's just click past this, and then this is going to say insert your second disc. Then to insert the second disc, you'll just select disc 2 or the second disc that you've put on here. As you can see, disc 2, press the mouse button when ready, and it will now load disc 2 from the external drive and the Gotek. And there you go. So pretty straightforward. If you want to go back to the internal drive, then you just shut the machine off, flick the switch back, and then it would load from the internal drive again. This also works if your internal drive is pooched and doesn't work. This will give you the ability to just add an external Gotek without having to do the updated adapter and whatnot inside your Amiga. This will just allow you to add the external Gotek and then use it as the internal drive, as the boot drive. Hope that helped.